Will we ever see Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira?
Possibility. I mean, Rogan is pushing me right now to try to make that fight. It's just, guys, Jon Jones is a whole nother. I consider Jon Jones the greatest combat fighter of all time. Jon Jones is the nastiest dude ever in the history. And Jon's got a dark side to him, man. He shoots guns. Jon Jones is a killer.
The big money fight is Alex and Jon Jones at the White House. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Catch weight. Make it 225. You don't have to be for a title. Make it the bad month upper edition. You know, you have the BMF belt for 155ers. Who's the real BMF?
Yeah.
You know, do you think one of those guys can beat Alex Pereira? You think you can get a 155 pounder in there against Alex Pereira? Does Max Holloway survive against Alex Pereira? No, shut the fuck up. Jon Jones, Alex Pereira fight will probably be the biggest fight in human history. You got the greatest of all time in Jon Jones, and arguably the most destructive striker that's ever competed.
Yeah.
No one's like that guy. Peloton?
Why not fight against Pereira, a guy who's the same age as you, and we walk around the same exact size? Right now, I had to eat a big breakfast because I'm getting underneath 235. Pereira walks around at like 240, and he has magnificent accolades. Business-wise, it makes more sense. I'm gonna call him this, fight the nobody that may be more dangerous, or fight the guy with all the accolades who's incredibly dangerous, but it actually will affect your legacy. Where when you look back and it's like, Jon just beat Alex Pereira, it's bigger. It's just much bigger. And anybody who can't understand that logic simply doesn't want to.
All right, Sunday morning, leaving Las Vegas. Freedom 250 was announced last night at the White House, going down in June. So we're going to talk about this. I honestly thought we were going to see Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira, more than likely in the main event. Of course, that's not the main event. That is Justin Gaethje taking on Ilia Topuria for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world, which is a great fight, which is the fight that should happen because obviously meritocracy, and they've got an interim champion. There was people saying that maybe Charles Oliveira or Max Holloway could have...
All right, so listen up. The game's just in, and we need to talk about this. The Freedom 250 card at the White House has dropped, and immediately the buzz was absolutely electric. The moment this event was announced, you could feel the energy everywhere. But right out of the gate, many of us, including myself, were asking the same question that everyone else was asking. Where on earth is Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira? Seriously, where is it? The speaker in this clip perfectly captures the shock that spread across the entire MMA community. Fans genuinely expected a monumental clash between two generational talents, especially after Pereira's stunning and audacious move up to heavyweight. Think about the magnitude of this for a second. A White House setting screams main event spectacle. This is literally the biggest stage imaginable for a fight. And for Jon Jones, the lineal heavyweight champion, the guy who has been at the top for years, to be absent from such a high-profile patriotic card alongside a potential triple champion phenomenon like Pereira, who is literally making history with every move, has left a very sour taste in the mouths of many fans. Some people see it as a simple oversight, while others are calling it a deliberate exclusion. That's exactly why Dana White is taking serious heat right now, and honestly, you can understand where the fans are coming from. The lightweight title fight on the card is fantastic. It's an incredible matchup, no doubt about that. But the reality is it's extremely difficult to ignore the dream fight that simply isn't happening. The fight everyone wanted and expected to see.
Max Holloway didn't put him to sleep per se, but certainly a TKO, so that wouldn't have made sense anyway. Now, I did think Jon Jones, the greatest of all time according to a lot of people, and yeah, probably is, obviously many asterisks to his name. I thought he'd be fighting Alex Pereira, because Alex Pereira vacated the belt. Yuri versus Carlos Ulberg is going down in Miami. That's a great fight. I'm very happy for Yuri Prochazka and for Carlos Ulberg. He's a class act.
The sentiment about Jon Jones being the greatest of all time, the undisputed GOAT in many people's eyes, and the massive expectations surrounding a fight with Alex Pereira is absolutely central to this entire situation. You have to understand just how big this fight was supposed to be. Pereira had just vacated the light heavyweight belt and made a bold, calculated move up to heavyweight. At that moment, the stars seemed perfectly aligned for a historic super fight, the type of matchup that defines an entire era. To see that opportunity pass by, especially for a card with the prestige and symbolic weight of a White House event, feels like a genuinely missed moment in combat sports history. Yes, the speaker acknowledges that there are other great fights on the card, and there absolutely are some exciting matchups. But the Jones versus Pereira dynamic was something truly unique. This was a legitimate chance for a two-division GOAT, a fighter who dominated 2 weight classes, to face a potential 3-division phenomenon. Someone who could literally make history by conquering 3 different divisions. Think about how rare that is. How special that matchup would have been. This is exactly the type of blockbuster, generation-defining fight that Dana White and the UFC built their reputation on delivering to fans around the world. And its absence from such a massive patriotic card has fueled fan disappointment, frustration, and criticism directed toward the decision-makers who put the card together.